I'm old head.
Right.
So I move differently. I still got a little the young kid thing going, how to move, but you hit it right on the nail. Biden moved in a traditional way, and if he really was for what he wanted to do, he would have said, "F everybody. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna executive order, executive order, executive order,
and do some gangster shit,
And Donald Trump is saying, "Fuck it,"
because neither side plays fair with each other. So
I truly believe they should really get rid of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party.
Oh, that would be.
And let me explain to you why. Because every 4 years it's like a damn competition. It's like a Super Bowl.
It gets tribal.
Then you got the blue and red on the news. Yeah. If somebody don't like something, they shut down the government, and so the people get hurt. So here's what I'm proposing. I'm proposing that we cut all that out. We regulate capitalism. I don't think rent should be $4,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Right.
We cut out the $500,000 cars, and cars that's got $200,000. Right. Whatever you made to this point, you won. But if you're gonna make America great again, let's go back to in the 50s when a 4-bedroom home, 2-car garage was $4,000-something a month. A year.
When the middle class could afford a home and a car,
let's
and
do
live
that
comfortably, go on vacation.
Because too many people are homeless.
That's gone now.
Too many people. It's too far gone. Everybody's talking about eggs and all that. No, let's to get the people off the street. How we get the people off the street is that we make things livable. Milk one day, it's going to be $30, $40. I may not be here, but I knew when milk was 75 cents.
Yeah, I saw Trump say something like he didn't care that he could care less that car prices are going to go up because of these tariffs. But it's like, hey man, if your basic needs aren't even affordable anymore.
Yes.
And the idea of you having an entry-level home is gone. Like the American dream was like, cool, I'm going to get a career.
Yes.
And I'm going to have enough money to at least buy a home.
Yep.
That's out.
Gone.
But now you can't even be like,
and now
I'm going to get a car. Even though buying a car probably isn't a good financial decision, having a car note, obviously that's a whole separate. But just the idea of being able to buy a car while it's so expensive to get groceries, while it's so expensive to even think about buying a home.
Yes.
And then you have all these corporate landlords that are just fucking up rent. I mean, it's
insane.
It's insane.
What's going on? And the goal when you was young was to get a government job.
And that's out.
That was like secure. You was set for life. That's gone.
And we have yet to see the effects of all of these people getting laid off.
It's coming.
The economy hasn't seen what's.
Yeah, it's
think
coming.
about it. Think about all those people, all that labor force that is currently unemployed, trying to figure out what their new shit is.
Yes,
it's gonna come because even if they got a severance, whatever that's gonna run out.
That's gonna run out.
And what?
So and let's give them some knowledge. If you do have a severance, the goal is hold on to that motherfucking money like it's the end.
You got to double dip.
You got to double dip, and if you spend $1, put back $2.
Yeah.
Because if you just spending.
Yeah, I tell people if you get a severance ever in any career, you get let go, and they give you 6 months severance, whatever it is, 3 months severance. I don't care if you got to get in your car and drive Uber. Double dip that whole time.
Do not spend that money.
Because that 6 months could turn into 12 months.
Yes. Do not spend that money. Once it's gone, it's a wrap. And that's what people don't understand. People don't respect money.
I also don't think people don't understand it. It's not very. I think most people who work with their hands, like my dad's like a perfect example. Like my dad's like an OG, but like he's very like ignorant when it comes to financial literacy.
Yes.
Like he's the kind of guy who will like pull money out of his house to go buy a car brand new and be like, look, I got a new car for your mom. Happened when I was a kid.
Yeah. That's insane.
For sure. Like
you got to have discipline.
You got to have discipline. And you got to have the I feel like the need to try to learn, to try to add knowledge to whatever you think, I think you said it earlier. It's like remove all your emotions from whoever's the president and just learn how to play the game.
Learn to play the game, man.
It's like, cool.
And I tell people all the time, you may not like what I'm saying, but if you live long enough, if you live to be in your 60s, one day you will say T.K. Kirkland was right.
Right.
Because you have to have lived to understand me.
Yeah.
If you in your 30s and 40s, like you're a rare situation. I mean, you know my son very well, and that's why I call you my son. And my son is very, very brilliant, and just
sure.
like you. So your surroundings, the people you hung around, all this for your age, and he's 38, ladies and gentlemen, is very mature to the point that you don't argue with a person based on their opinion. You are so knowledgeable that even if you don't understand it, you could see what that person is talking about,
Yeah.
and that's a gift.
Yeah, I think just because, like, at the end of the day, I feel like there was a point in time where I was very narrow-minded, that if I didn't align with somebody on something, that I just would assume that I would write them off. That was like a younger version of me, where if I did not align with you, let's say politically, I would automatically write you off and have my mind made up about that person in my head. Like, oh.
Right.
And I feel like most of America is still that way.
Yes.
And it's like, nah, you gotta. First of all, if you're ever gonna make any progress in this world, you gotta understand the other side, the other perspective. You gotta be empathetic to opinions that aren't your own.
Yep. You're so true. So true.
Belly, who's a rapper, he had a line in a freestyle where he said, "Hero, villain, it's all perspective." Mm-hmm. It's like, hey man, for every terrorist organization they're freedom fighters.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
For we're the terrorists to a lot of people.
Yes.
The United States are terrorists
Yeah,
to
and people
most
don't
of the rest
understand
of the world.
You're so right.
You know what I mean?
We are famous because of war.
Yes.
That's it.
That is our number one, our two exports in this country are culture,
Yes.
movies, music, pop culture influence, and weapons. That's it.
Because when you think about the great Gaddafi,
Shout out to him.
shout out to Gaddafi. And for the people who understand, let me educate you. Gaddafi was so powerful and he loved his people so much
They killed him.
that the government did not like that.
Yeah.
See, Gaddafi.
You didn't have any electric bills there?
You have to pay for electricity. If you bought a car, they helped you put the money. They buy your car. If you had a house,
They didn't
would
want
go
you to
half.
be. Yeah, they didn't want you to be in debt.
They didn't want you to be in debt. If you
Yep.
came over here to go to school,
Right.
they would pay for your education.
Mm-hmm.
What got America upset is when Gaddafi wanted to have his own currency
For
backed
Africa.
by gold. For
Africa. Yeah.
backed by gold. And America said, what?
Yeah, you ain't fucking with the U.S. dollar.
And they fucked them up, yo. And they get away with the shit.
Yeah, it's funny too because Obama did an interview sometime after he was out of office, and he said that the number one regret that he had was destabilizing that country and getting him killed.
Yes.
Because
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, think about what happened after that. ISIS was born there.
It sure was.
There is no ISIS without Gaddafi being killed.